Hello, everyone. We are going to go ahead and get started. Today is March 2nd already, 2015, and we are going to be discussing our Pass the Torch for Women campaign, particularly during the month of March as we celebrate International Women's Day. Our goals for the call today are to share with you some of the activities and things that are taking place in celebration of this event and in celebration of women, as well as how you can particularly get involved in passing the torch for women as an individual or with other organizations that you are a part of. So we'll go ahead and get started. So we're going to be talking about our announcement of our national board, the National Board of Directors, and the people that we have involved with the Mentoring Women's Network Foundation. We're going to be talking about the International Women's Day, as well as the various activities and as identifying some current partners, and talking about next steps and the ways that you can get involved in passing the torch for women. But before we kind of get into that, I want to share with you the mission and vision of Mentoring Women's Network and the Mentoring Women's Network Foundation. The Mentoring Women's Network Foundation was created in order to enable us to create the largest and most effective professional mentoring program for women in the nation. And our vision is a world of equal opportunity for women in professional environments. And I believe that's something we can all really get behind. And for those of you on the call who don't know me, my name is Allison Martin Brooks. I'm the founder and Chief Partnership Officer for the Mentoring Women's Network Foundation. It's an organization that we're just very excited about in terms of our partners and the things that we are developing in order to create this vision of women supporting women across the nation. And Pass the Torch for Women is really the campaign that's the flagship trademark campaign. It's nationally trademarked, that's designed to inspire both women and men to really think about how we're showing up for one another. And we chose a torch because a torch casts light. So a torch, kind of you get the idea of what passing the torch means. It sort of denotes what mentoring is. So it's that sharing of knowledge, that sharing of experience that can really be impactful for the people who are the recipients of that knowledge and experience. And so passing the torch gives a powerful visual to that. And the torch really casts light. And we believe that mentoring can really cast light on someone's past, their present, and their future, and help them really become successful in whatever it is they are striving to achieve. And so coming alongside of us, we have some really phenomenal partners. We also have some really phenomenal board members who have come out to support this effort. So I want to introduce these board members to you because they are really kind of formulating the strategy around everything that we're going to be talking about today. And we have just some incredible talented people who are very much passionate about the work that we're doing, and I'm here to support it in a leadership capacity. Kay Whitaker. Kay is the founding partner of the One Torch Fund. And One Torch is also very unique in that they invest in early stage companies with a gender lens. So they look specifically for women-led companies because they feel that it's an underrepresented market in terms of receiving that venture capital. And so she is the senior executive entrepreneur and successful investor and focused on growth companies and has experience in all business life cycles. She has a very really varied background. If you read her entire bio, it includes regulatory industries and it includes nonprofit. And most recently, she was the CFO for First Internet Bank, which is a national banking organization. So we're thrilled to have Kay as our national board chairperson, and followed by our 5 other board members that are leading this effort. Darla Beggs. Darla Beggs is actually in Dallas, Texas, and she holds a degree from the Scottsdale Community College where she graduated with honors. Her broad business experience, she's a leader of a consulting, she worked with consulting and HR professionals, and also leads a staffing company. She currently serves, she's very, very passionate about advancing women leaders and currently serves as the national board chairperson for the National Association of Women Business Owners. So we're thrilled to have her leadership on our national board as well. Howard Ross. Howard Ross is a builder of innovations in the fields of diversity and inclusion, and also he is the founder and chief learning officer of Cook Ross. He has written 2 different books that are just phenomenal in the area of space of diversity. He's known as sort of a national guru, if you will, and on this very topic that he's also very passionate about. One of the books is called Reinventing Diversity, Transforming Organizational Community to Strengthen People, Purpose, and Performance. And his other most recent book is on everyday bias. And so we're thrilled to have Howard's leadership and his passion around this, and he is from the Washington, D.C. area. Dottie Gandy. Dottie is, she's an amazing person, and I guess I'm a little bit biased. I've known Dottie for several months now, but she is one of the co-founders of the National Association of Women Business Owners. She and the other founders of that wonderful organization got it started because at the time she and her female business partner were not able to join the available networking groups because they were women. And so while I did not live in a time where I can sort of appreciate how that works, we also recognize that we have so much work to do. And so having Dottie and her perspective, she currently is, she's been an author, speaker, business owner, management consultant, and very much a women's advocate. So we're thrilled to have her leadership from the Dallas, Texas area. Natalie Guzman. Natalie Guzman is a marketing public relations and business development executive from Fifth Third Bank. She's also very passionate about the work that we do, and particularly with women, and she's been a huge champion within her own organization of women's initiatives in the development and advancement of women within her organization. Locally, in the local market with Fifth Third, we've been very proud to have just significant number of female leaders on their local senior management team that I believe at this time is about 50% female, and so it's something that they're very, very proud of. We're thrilled to have Natalie's leadership as well. And then finally, Melissa Greenwell. Melissa is the Executive Vice President, Chief Human Resources Officer with Finish Line, which is a national retailer that's headquartered in Indianapolis. And Melissa herself has just been a really phenomenal advocate of women. She has a broad background in various senior human resource leadership positions, including Sallie Mae, BrightPoint North America, JP Morgan Chase, Oak Street Mortgage, and Made to Manage Systems. So she brings with her a really varied background as well, but she also has the perspective of what it takes to get to a C-level position as a female working in a corporate environment. And she's been very passionate about sharing that perspective, and also regularly serves as a keynote in various conferences talking about what women can do to get a seat at the table, so to speak. So we're thrilled to have those 6 leaders on our national board, and we are continuing to expand that, looking to have a total of 10 board members, and we'll be announcing some new board members here in the next couple of weeks. But in addition to that, International Women's Day is a time that we will celebrate on March 8th. March 8th is a Sunday, and we have some activities that are taking place during the month of March that are here in Indiana. And I will share with you that USA Funds has come on as a presenting sponsor for the state of Indiana for the activities that we'll be discussing. But even if you're calling in and you're not from Indiana, there are still plenty of ways to engage, and we're going to be talking a little bit more about that. And so, again, Pass the Torch for Women, we are celebrating International Women's Day. March 8th is the date, that is this Sunday, and we're asking everyone to take action by passing the torch for women and sharing their pledge on video. And so to give you a sense of what this looks like, actually... And I don't know if all of you have been able to log into the visual portion of this, but I am going to go ahead and share the audio because it kind of gives you a sense of what it means to pass the torch for women and to see people sharing their why. So Pass the Torch for Women is this idea that we are supporting the advancement of women, that we're thinking about how we're showing up for other women, and we're essentially pledging to mentor. But taking it a step further and sharing your pledge is about really engaging in the idea of why. Why is it important? Why is it important for me to pass the torch for women? Why am I making this statement? Why am I making this pledge? And so as we've asked women and men across the country to share their thoughts on why they want to pass the torch for women, we've been able to get some videos, but we're also asking for individuals to join in this movement and share their pledge on video as well. So, again, I'm not sure if you are on the visual part of the presentation. You can see the video that I'm about to play, but hopefully you'll be able to hear the audio.
The torch, because the have to inspire other women to be all they can be in our communities.
Hi, I'm Melissa. I want to pass the torch because I want to help other women.
I'm Tamara Zahn. I want to pass the torch so Callie and her sister can conquer the world. Hi, I'm Mary. I want to pass the torch because women helping women will make change happen.
So hopefully you heard some of those great commentary from various people who have shared their pledge with us. And in celebration of International Women's Day this year, we are asking for everyone, all of our supporters, to really spend some time and go out and think about taking the pledge for themselves and sharing that message on social media. And so passthetorchforwomen.org is the website, and we'll be providing this link as a follow-up to the participants today. Passthetorchforwomen.org is the website to go to download your pledge card and also identify other ways that you might get involved. And so by downloading that pledge card and writing out your pledge and sharing it on social media, on video, with the hashtag PassTorchForWomen, you'll hopefully inspire others to do the same, and also share in your voice and adding your voice to the 1 million women and men who will be taking the pledge by participating in simultaneous events that are taking place this Friday, as well as going online and downloading that information. In addition to that, we have other companies who have also volunteered to host pledge events. And so if you go to passthetorchforwomen.org, you can learn more about signing up your own organization to take part in the pledge events and getting a supply of pledge cards and a kit in order to make that happen. So the two ways to get involved are, one, to go ahead and download that pledge card and record yourself taking the pledge and upload that to your social networks, and also to potentially get your company involved by hosting a pledge event. And so when you go to passthetorchforwomen.org, you'll be able to see those various opportunities and decide how you might engage in this campaign. And so I want to give a shout out to our current participating companies. These are companies that have signed up to host pledge kickoff events at their facility. Most of them are taking place during the month of March. And so it's exciting to have a really diverse array of companies that are really coming out to support the Pass the Torch for Women campaign. And in particular, I want to mention and highlight USA Funds. USA Funds is, as I mentioned earlier, the presenting partner and responsible for the events that are taking place in Indiana during this month. So this Friday on March 6th, we have a executive breakfast taking place in Indianapolis, and on March 11th, we have an executive lunch taking place in Fort Wayne, and both of those are brought to us by USA Funds. And in addition, the March 6th event in Indianapolis is also presented by McGladrey. So really thrilled to have their partnership, and USA Funds is really the tremendous partner that enables us to provide free workshops and ongoing activities for women in the state of Indiana. And so the action items, once again, are to go online at passthetorchforwomen.org, download the pledge card, take a video of your pledge, post it to social media. Be sure to use the hashtag PassTorchForWomen, and also to potentially get your company involved by signing up your company at www.passthetorchforwomen.org. So we're thrilled to get initiatives going within organizations to really add their voices to this campaign. And so at this time, I have, that is the end of our presentation. But again, back to please visit the website at passthetorchforwomen.org. And our main website is mentoringwomensnetwork.com. But thank you all for joining us today. And be sure to add your voice to the pledge campaign. And we'll look forward to seeing those videos as you post those on social media, as well as hosting more pledge events at the companies that you're represented by. Thanks so much for your time today, and thank you for your support. And we will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Good, excellent. That was supposed to 12:30.